Here's a concept CIG hasn't considered. Zero trust architecture for the social system. Not don't trust anyone in the pirate sense. I mean, zero trust in the system sense. The way modern networks are built, the way data should flow. And if you stick with me, I'll show you that this one framework could solve Star Citizen's loneliness problem, give orgs actual teeth, and turn your contact list into something that's worth a damn. Right now, Star Citizen's social system is basically a contact list. You add someone, they're your friend, cool. But what does that mean? Nothing. It means nothing. It doesn't tell you who they are, what they do, how you met, whether you trust them with a cargo or just played one round of a Marina Commander with them 6 months ago. It's a flat list, binary, friend or not friend. And that's the problem, because in the verse, in any multiplayer space worth its salt, relationships aren't binary. They're layered. They're contextual. They have history. Okay, quick IT lesson. I'll keep it short. Zero trust is a security architecture. The core principle is simple. Never trust, always verify. In traditional networks, you had a perimeter. Inside the firewall, trusted. Outside, not trusted. Castle and moat. Zero trust says there is no inside. Every request, every access, every interaction gets verified. Every time, based on identity, context, and behavior. Now, why does this matter for Star Citizen? Because your social network is a network. And right now, it has no verification, no context, no intelligence. You're running castle and moat security on your contact list in a universe that desperately needs something else and something smarter. Here's what I'm proposing. A social map, not a friends list, a map, a network of every player you've encountered, interacted with, flown alongside, fought against, or traded with. Every node on this map is data, and that data has attributes, tags, categories that define who someone is and how you've interacted with them. Friend, inner circle. You fly together, you trust them. Friendly, positive interactions, good vibes, not ride or die, but solid. Acquainted, you've crossed paths, you maybe run a mission or two. That's your third layer. Neutral, no history, unknown quantity. And hostile, you've shot at, or you shot at them. There's beef. Roles, what do they do? Are they a merc? Are they a pirate? Are they a miner? Are they a hauler? Are they a racer? Are they an explorer? Are they a medic? Are they a bounty hunter? Are they a data runner? Non-existent professions, but, they could. Affiliations, what communities are they part of? Player orgs that they belong to, really important. NPC factions that they have rep with, also important. Regions of space that they operate in, super important. This isn't just a contact card. It's intelligence for a living, breathing verse that's incredibly huge. Because that's where you're going with it. Here's where zero trust gets interesting. In a proper zero trust model, access isn't granted based on who you are, it's granted based on what you can verify. Apply that to orgs. Your org isn't just a name and a logo, it's a trust anchor, a verification point. When someone claims that they're with, Red Wing or Pyro Pirates or whatever, or your own player org, that claim can be verified, and based on that verification, access is granted or denied. Org members gain access to org-specific social feeds, shared contact networks and lists with appropriate trust levels, mission boards that require membership, comm channels that auto-connect, like including VoIP, as soon as you connect. Non-members, they're outside the trust boundary. They can knock, they can request access, but they can't get in automatically. This is how social should flow, through orgs, not around them. Let's walk through what this looks like. You're running cargo. A pilot hails you, offering escort services. Claims that are merc with some, bounty hunting guild in Stanton. In the current system, you take their word for it, or you don't. It's a gut feeling. In a zero trust model, you pull up your mobiglass, check their profile, see their verified affiliations confirmed by the game, not claimed by the player. See their interaction history with you, if any. Have you flown together before? What happened? Check their trust score based on an org reputation. The guild he says he's with has good standing with your org. Well, okay, then green light. Have they got a beef with your alliance? Like maybe your org stuff doesn't clashes with his? Well, red flag. Never trust, always verify. The data is there. You just need a system to surface it. Here's where it gets really smart. The game already tracks everything. Missions completed, ships destroyed, cargo delivers, players encountered. Use that data. When you complete a mission with someone, you automatically get tagged. Acquaintance, at minimum. Role tag based on the mission type. So if you were a hauler, then it was going to be cargo. If you were a merc, if it was combat. Interaction note. Ran Pyro shipping mission, January 2951, right? When someone attacks you unprovoked, hostile tag automatic, combat log is attached, so you can review it later, and location noted. What area of space, right? When you add someone manually as a friend, the friend tag, but their other tags persist. There's a friend who's also a pirate who's also got a bad blood with your secondary org. Layers, context, history, not a flat list. This ties directly into the social feed concept from my last video. Go give it a watch. And like and subscribe. Every org, player, and NPC has a social feed, but access to that feed isn't universal. It's gated by trust. Tier 1, public. Anyone can see these general posts, job listing, recruitment calls, etc. Tier 2, affiliated. Verified members of allied orgs can see more details. You have operational announcements, event coordination, etc. Tier 3, members. Full access, internal comms, including VoIP, mission briefings, sensitive intel. Tier 4, leadership. Officer level content. Strategy discussions, alliance negotiations, because your data now matters and alliances matter. This is zero trust applied to information flow. You don't get access because you ask nicely. You get access because you're verified your identity and your trust level warrants it. Johnny, this sounds complicated. Why do we need all this? Because right now, Star Citizen is lonely. I can spend 10 hours hauling cargo and never meaningfully interact with another player. And when I do meet someone, it's really on me. But in a station or at a jump point, during a chance encounter, there's no record, no memory, no system can capture interaction. A week later, gone, forgotten. It's relevant because we're talking about the size of our networks. But imagine this. Imagine. You check your social map before a big op. You see that a pilot you met at Grimhex 3 months ago, the one who covered your ass when those pirates jumped you, they're tagged friendly. Roll mark, last seen, Pyro. You reach out, hey, remember that fight at CRU L1? Well, we're running a convoy next week. Could use someone on Overwatch. If they're online, maybe, hit them up. Make a note of it. That's emergent gameplay. That's social infrastructure. That's the verse remembering. At the end of the day, this is about data management. Your social network isn't a friends list. It's a data set. And like any good data set, it needs structure, so tags, roles, affiliations, context, interaction history, timestamps, locations, verification, org membership, reputation standing, behavioral patterns, access control. Who sees what based on trust levels? This isn't about making the game paranoid. It's about making the game intelligent. The verse should know who you've met, who you fought, who you've flown with, and it should give you the tools to act on that information. Open your mobiGlass. Not a friends list, a network visualization. Nodes clustered by org, colored by trust level. Size by interaction frequency. Zoom in on a cluster, your main org, your inner circle, the people you've flown with 100 missions with. Pan out. You see the edges. That merc you hired once. That miner who sold you quantum fuel and pyro. That pirate who killed you twice, but you got them back last month. Filter by role. Show me all the haulers I've worked with. Show me all the pirates I've encountered. Show me everyone I've flagged as hostile in the last 30 days. Search by location. Who have I met in Pyro? Who operates near Bloom? Who's active in contested space? This is what a social system looks like when you treat it as data, not just a contact list. Zero trust isn't about paranoia. It's about intentionality. It's about a system that verifies instead of assumes, that remembers instead of forgets, that layers context instead of flattening a relationship into a binary friend or not. Star Citizen has the data. Every interaction, every mission, every kill, it's all logged somewhere. We just need a social system smart enough to use it. Build a social map. Gate access through orgs. Let verification replace assumptions. Give us tools to manage our networks like the data sets they are. That's the verse I want to navigate. See you in the black, citizens.